All right, good evening or good afternoon, YouTube family. Martinez Country Home here. Now, this is going to be pretty short. It's nothing long, but I wanted to talk about the heat waves that we're having here in Texas, which is nothing new. I mean, it hasn't been any hotter than it is other summers. I mean, it's typical Texas weather, although it is very hot, but we're not over 100 yet. I think yesterday we got up to like about 102 or something like that, 103. But nothing crazy. The only thing is that in the times that we're living in, it's noteworthy, right? The temperatures, at least me, I look at them more carefully. And I also pay attention, very close attention to our power grid. And oddly enough, I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday. No, it was yesterday. Ercot released like a message that they wanted to urge Texas residents to reduce their usage, their power usage. In other words, like kind of like don't use your AC so much or raise that temperature on your thermostat. I think they requested like maybe like 78 degrees or something, which the hotter it is outside, yeah, the higher you can set that T-stat because your body gets acclimated to the outside temperatures and blah blah blah, right? When you come in your house, something like in the 70s is gonna feel very cool to your body. Okay, but that's not the thing that caught my attention. Although it's been on my radar since the winter freeze. Okay, so of course, in case y'all don't remember or you're under a rock or something, but we had a blackout here in Texas during the winter. One of the worst freezes that we ever had. Power was out. Even like where I lived at, we didn't have any water either. So I made it a point to prepare for that. Right after that happened, and in March, I released a video. I believe it was March 22nd, talking about how I was gonna start preparing for the summer, which I already should have, right? But whatever weaknesses I had in my preps, I made it my business I made it the priority to remedy that. So I got me a generator. I got me some fans that circulate the air very well. I started storing gasoline for the generator, things like that. So the reason I'm making this video again is because Ercot released that message. It was in the media, and I'm gonna leave a couple of links. I'll leave one. I believe it's from Reuters. They're all the same pretty much, but they're talking about what Ercot is asking of the Texas residents. And the reason I wanted to talk about it is because they're giving you notice, guys. They're letting you know, to be careful. I mean, to lower your usage, or sometimes they'll do rolling blackouts, right? It's been a long time that we haven't gone, at least where I've lived at, we haven't gone through that, any rolling blackouts. They did do it during this freeze, but that's the first time that I had gone through it, and I can't remember the last time that I had gone through that. So these blackouts, I believe we're gonna have them here in our state, and very soon. Back in the winter, when I made that video talking about how I was gonna prepare, I expected and I expect that we're gonna have power outages. I don't know how serious they will be. Normally, and other times, it would be something to prepare for, right? As a matter of course, right? But again, in the days that we're living, in the times that we're living, the power could be shut off and it could stay off for who knows how long. And honestly, guys, in my opinion, none of these things are by accident. They're all by design. The cyber hacks, the power grid can be hacked. The pipeline, what was it? The Colonial Pipeline was hacked. We had some meat processing plant that was hacked. We've been having a lot of hacks, hacking going on. And honestly, the reason I feel that all this was planned was because for the past year, at my job, we've been having a lot of training on cybersecurity. Like I would say in 2021, we've been having a lot of cybersecurity training, like passwords, things like that. And I knew, my mentality is I keep an eye open for those things and for trends or patterns, stuff like that. And to me, that was just, in my mind, it told me that cybersecurity, cyber hacking is going to be a thing. You know what I mean? Air quotes. It's going to be a thing. So I hope not. But all of these things to me are inside jobs, guys. To me, it's always the ruling class at war with the people. And if it's not one group that's connected to the government or some corporation, that's why I say they're inside jobs. I don't believe that they're grassroots, just people. I don't believe they're just people doing their own thing. I feel like these people are hired by governments, by corporations, by intelligence services, things of that nature. You know what I'm trying to say? So if the grid were to go down for a prolonged period of time, a lot of people will die. We have a lot of hospitals, schools, they have backup generators and stuff. But think of all the millions of people that don't have generators or don't have backup power, or people that are sick, that depend on, respirators or whatever, people that are in hospice or have medical care at home that need power. I'm just saying, guys, I don't know. I'm sure there's people like that. People that are sick. I know my mom, she's ill. She's at home, and if the power goes out at my parents' house, I mean, she would be in trouble. So those are things that I worry about for our loved ones, for our community, the community that I work for. There's people that are going to be in jeopardy, guys. So another thing is, I know there's a power drain, a heavy power drain on the grid, because I'm a maintenance guy, and the ACs are on all day. You hear them going. You hear those condensers going all day, and that's putting a lot of power. That's 240 volts, right, and a lot of amps that are being pulled. And last week, a couple of times throughout the whole property, I kept seeing the lights flicker. Very, very, barely noticeable. But the power did go out in the main office, so for just a second, went off and on. And to me, those are all signs. Those are all things that we have to be looking out for, guys. So be ready. The cold is, extreme cold is one thing, extreme heat is another. They both present different kinds of dangers to our body, and we want to be ready for both of them. So, guys, I right after that winter storm happened, as soon as I had the chance, I went and bought me a generator. I bought me fans, bought me gasoline containers, so I could have my generator, fuel for my generator. Try to prepare. Another thing, guys, I need to get me some covers for my windows. The darker the more you can keep that sunlight out of your house, the better you'll keep that coolness. And it works the same for the cold. You'll insulate your house, but you'll get that greenhouse effect. You keep it down to a minimum. Maybe you can keep your windows covered in the summer, and it'll keep your house cooler. So, guys, I've been wanting to make this video for a while. even before this Ercot thing happened, actually since last week, this past, I want to say the past couple of weeks, I was very busy here at my job, working on ACs, and the heat is crazy. Like I said, it's not that we haven't experienced summer in other years, but it just, the circumstances are different, guys, and the ACs they're older, so they're breaking down. They need more maintenance, stuff like that. But because of the times we're living in, we can't just blow it off as, oh well, it's summer, you know. Normally that's the way I look at it. It's just summer, no big deal. But because of the times that we're living in, we have to pay more attention, closer attention. So for your family's sakes, guys, for your children, your grandchildren, for yourself, make sure that you're ready in case the power goes out. Power for cooking, power for keeping your house cool down, that you have water, because if the power goes out, a lot of these pumping stations, they depend on electricity, and we don't know how good of their backup capabilities are. So this winter freeze, guys, I mean, it woke me up. And so I want to have my family in the best position to be able to ride this out. Hopefully it won't be for too long, but the more comfortable you are, and I always say, guys, when you're fed, when you're cool in hot weather, when you're warm in cold weather, you can focus, your mind can focus on survival and what to plan next, instead of just surviving, just trying to, you know, because you're just basically on survival mode, and you're not thinking. You're in that very primal mind of survival, and that's not effective. It's not you can't focus. So if we're ready, guys, if we're ready for that hot weather, if we're ready for the power going out, it'll give us a better chance to make it through and not make mistakes, because mistakes will get you killed in times like that, guys. You don't want your family hurt or suffering. You don't want to see your loved ones suffering, guys. So again, just be ready. Keep your eyes open. Read between the lines. See what's going on, and be ready, guys. Try to do things right now, because we're in June. We're not even in summer yet. Summer doesn't get here till we're what, like about a week away, pretty much exactly a week away from officially the summer solstice. So, but the real hot weather gets here in July and August. So. But it's already hot, guys. We're already having 100-degree weather right now. Last I checked, right before I started shooting this video, it was about 97 degrees when I checked. So about 3, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I'm pretty sure we'll be past 100 degrees or at 100. So be ready, guys. Keep your eyes open. Pay attention what's going on, and block out the BS, man. Just block it out. If it doesn't pertain to your health, to your safety, I mean, you know what I mean? You gotta take care of what's in front of your face. So, you know, like I said before, the powers that be are at war with humanity, like they've always been from the beginning of time. It's always us against them. So take care of your business, guys. Take care of your family, because they're depending on you. So don't depend on anybody else, man. It's your job. It's your duty to protect you and your family and your house. So anyway, guys, y'all take care of each other out there and love each other, because that's what we're here for. God bless.